Yanshan Komono as over the weekend, His Excellency the former president Ekoshia a lawyer for a woman NDC Amayokuo no emu na nkasa yemu no say and among be at the current government A2 no wamoba so sano isan say what he describes as packing of judges at Supreme Court and describing these judges as cronies and MPP inclined. Enti what say NDC for no wambo modern na omo balance enti or AJ lawyer for said they should start looking at careers at the Supreme Court and beya me a balance near air cost what he calls an anomaly. Honorable Ainkwa Mamin Shasi in so on this one na semsebu on my bisa
yo minia mada wasia no pai na mafa akwanya so no pai machia watifo na machia me constituency German North for especially me constituency executives na His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama ene ni hukani baby omo obi anopai mechia okwansonko so na today so machia me leadership in parliament minority leadership na machia national chairman me papa General Mosquito baby obia ne hokani mechia okwansonko so minua anopai ni abeto bamaso no Bruni bekane the hard truth no krebi o ha ne kan din by say yeah den yeka are we not in this country say you wo man we mu nia ekosu bia no ye nyina ye nimsem but why na beka any situation a yakwa kudu so me kai say aban bi ewa akonwa so na wo behu omanpanimfo asofo animdifo ewa oman mu the academia nipa omo of high standing in this country adika kra bisia yeti omuni omo kasa e magana nyina hu se ni asi no ade a bia enkoyie ana ento asumu miama sorry ameko me ye president ni mapa ye former moderator at a point in time ekasa ya de comment eba abontin se saa bre na na oye comment na ise se bi mpanyimfo a edi oman we so no nyansani bia anim na ehia nyansafo amoma aba be di oman we so ene saa voices no ewo hin nia ekoso no se oman bia mpo elusu bibia in the political system na judiciary ni de esese nipa ekoso a enya confidence ewo judiciary no ade we da ho clear adentina ye pretend say nia former president eka no eni ho memeti hai before me sorry akọ metimi abobọ ba ku mienu miensa enan enum insia MPP executives are because of more political inclinations any positions be no mukita no MPP mo today they have been uplifted to the judiciary ebinum ewo high court level ena ne keka
ebini for
oh na den ko Miami region bro region Doma East former constituency chairman. He's a high court judge. And he's not the only person. Who can say Nansan ya appointed Supreme Court judges be Emma Bakuhu Ebasem Ewo Parliament Edru approval near Kase. That person was a parliamentary candidate for O Central. And in your John Dramani Mahama Ekano. I entro no twa na no kre no oka mimi ti hai mabobi akiro yesi utumira no wa kire sie we want fairness in the system. Do you know what is happening in this country today? People fear judges more than the law. People in this country, they fear judges more than the law. But it shouldn't be so.
But honorable,
you should fear the law more than the judge.
How?
Why is it that meba adentina ne nipa sro atemuafo si mrana otemuafo no etenetene? This is what we are experiencing now in this country. Nansema yemu nkompon kohwe as enough issue ebaye. Yenu akwesi na ye koye by election. Ye di nasema ko court abo na elections agu se null and void. Yentu abana foforo. Obi edine ko se kwan of asu ba parliament no otwa antro perjury ne hu nkro ne banti ya see no for criminal charges. Ema asem no eko court. Asem no court no ya yenim proceedings adia ye hihye ye kwan be fa so court no ye bedi asem no. Ema ye say everyday appearance in court. And no what was the motivation? It is a minute wa ye be bisa ye hu say e dia nkura na aba. Meanwhile, prior to this, na mampanyin akogina simpie so aka say ye wura kwesi ma sin no fofo nto aba mfa ma no because den akwan bia so obekọ fiase. Enti say mampanyin akoye sa comment we e wo simpie so mampanyin ene appoint judges no high court judge on appoint omo supreme court judges on appoint omo na mampanyin obi asema akoda court na mampanyin etumi eye prejudicial comment say nipa we ha ye de no akwakọ gina mranim no kwan bia so say ni de do ni de enye do obekọ fiase. It means say ni frani si obeto bo a na ni na eden esi bibi so. What was even the need for the everyday appearance in court? What was even the essence? Say, ye rashi case no say, ye adjudicate na ye di issue no about to an end. What was the urgent need? Miami kuro musunyane abisim. Ye nti o man we mu. Eni eti se kwabrani ono adwuma ho ye e wo sunyan monten su ni se ochi nipa na wakum no. Otwitwa nipa no akwa pass no de akɔhye fridge mu ono business a oye no ye kan ye nua no ya chi no uti sa case no wo court say ye di report mo reporters no court a ye di news eba no da be no wati say sa asem no ya kan ho asem ye di ne call remind no for all this while no what is obi aka ho asem obi mpo a ye mamra kire say obi ni kwan say otumi gi obi nkwa afri ne nsem no no akɔgi obi nkwa free ne nsɛm nipa na kwa otwitwa te sɛ na nkwase nam na ɔtɔn ma amanfo. He is languishing in jail and we don't see anything as a country says nipa no ye infrastructure the prosecution na yen sentence no na and serve as deterrence to other Ghanaians. We didn't see any need. About to ask them, okay.
Na me person bisa asem bi ye twetwen komo during the tenure of His Excellency the former president Atamel Nagopon fan crancy or making some appointment to the Supreme Court. But I know so be friend say no park judges Supreme Court.
Now say I know he made some appointment.
Yes.
Omomo near him na no what political inclinations and I know you're inclined to NDC.
But how do you determine the political color?
And I've told you, Meti High Machira say Uba ye High Court. We have an MPP immediate past chairman for Doma East. One fear. Our High Court judge as we speak today. Okay, we have some high court judges. Some of us are personal friends we were arguing with. They are political activists like we are. Today they are on a bench. Machira will say there was a parliamentary candidate for MPP in whole West, in whole Central, and they are appointing it to the Superior Court. Okay, Superior Court of Judicature. His issue became an issue of controversy at Parliament prior to the approval of the person. Engineer Yura John Dramani Mahama Ekano. Entro no Odiana no Kren Oka. Engineer Makacho, certain things they are hard truths, and we need to speak the truth. Because ebedu baby no intention ebedosu. Or my intention dosu womno. The citizens will take the law into their own hands and do whatever that they want. Because me, se minim se biomini minuaba yanyasem. na ɔde me kɔ ana me na me de ne kɔ na me fi sɛ me de ne kɔ the way sɛ mmara no ɛkɔ no ɛnkɔ ne saa I will not even waste my time and to trigger the process. So Niameye say, I have to take the laws into my own hands and do whatever that I want. Do we want to build such a society? Say ubia to me fam ration nsa na ne ope ese woye. And these are the very basis for those things. What is the essence? Say yenkope nipa Sebio aye nim se we mu de omo hu ni nkikan bia ye mfa ye hu mfore amanyo sem hwe ye ti politics no obi a ya amanyo ne wayo amanyo aka na kuma no binum hu their political opponents are their enemies me hu ni sa because me come me constituency me nam fufu ameni omo nam bebre they belong to the other divide me ni omo ne didi ye bibia but edru ye political arguments are ye Mimi hu ni say nye but nyo bia ne fa ni sa utum say edru campaign season a ebinum tumi pra omoyonkunum ye campaign we can say etia mentimi di say aye no me I won't do that but there are others who will do that judges na ye appoint omo aye nim omo political inclinations ebinum kra go to the extent of holding political positions no there ne beba say sa person ne temperamental person say be the politics na ya atade a osha say obi appear before him no who say we cry NDC nia I not belonging to other political party kwan ben so na fi say odine befa. That is why we are saying say we must build a system a bema mrana echichiro man no mrano mom ena nipa ebesuro banyane a alternate mrano we should fear the law na judge no echinchim no mrano mom ne sese esuro no banya otemwafo no ne sese esuro no but this has become the order of the day. Se nipa no kura ekwa obisa se na me kwei judge bempo ena ekudi sa asem.
Okay.
Yenya bo wedding dia se kwan bia so. Na se hwe opuni issue. Ye ba ya kan sem ya kan koduru baabi. Judge ye di ni se omra metra asem no so fufuro. E den ne ba ya transfer ndi ne ko baabi fufuro. Ne di ni pa fufuro aba se omma metra asem no so. Na se at all cost as I say di obi tum. And we have to use certain political actors omu aklodi omu like a sheep in a wolves in a skin of a sheep. No mumra medi say. But
Honorable Sakobasa, it affects professionalism. Juma no say no because anapena me dream bibi hu.
Yes.
Now there's an association of NDC lawyers. Say moving forward, ye ko hunu MPP so association of medical doctors. Say Dr. Ford o ma nim. Say one more MPP for. Na Dr. Ohwa consult room na obi wura ho. Na oba no say we NDC ni e na waba me MPP Dr. ho say o yare ntime won ne pane. How is that going to pan out? Say lawyer ni so say we nanim so NDC lawyer. Na eso kodi but I don't know how that one is going.
I know na me can say. I don't know. Na me can say. I'm condemning all these things. But I shall say free baby. That is why I'm saying say the well-meaning Ghanaians are omo voice. No mo kasa na manfo tie no. This is the time I say so omo kasa mayitie. E den na ufi say party bi be in governance. Na omu bu oman na opposition parties we ka say oh me so my lawyer phone ye na je say oman hu bibi what you say say aban bia ba akonwa so na ye party muafo no ne party fo a omaso party no ebi ma yi omo hu as political positions e na omo ye yi omo di omo akotena suru say ye nkodi amanfo asema na me de me ba power na me de me ma me nkrofo ekotena akodi bi di boamia enye. The course will let people think in so many ways. Edi adwin bebre e na ye den eba. What I'm saying is ebraso say animdifo asofo abre bi atwa mu na omo maye nna de bia na omo kasa gu yaso mu a changes by no. Where are they today? The course no ne kwan so a.
Okay.
Ye nua question issue by besi ne. Ye nya obi single person. Or hini ba kon sorry edi na no tum no hwe se ne ye atwe na simpi so ye atwe na bo so So this is something that ebe destroy your political fiber no. As I said, you might be ye free your man yourself because the ben ye started ye pinpoint your man for say we judge way your NDC ni judge way your MPP ni judge way aban ba so na sad no edge entrance process
because na kabe obi so be say previously na party system bia any hono na judges wo mubu atena na ehun ni sen
sent na make say eye nyoma bia ye di judges na ye no na man for asha ase a already meaning into the system
anyway
so as say ye yi sa nyoma ni free wo say na be ya ya man yosem no perpere yo bebam say obi ye bone wo man we mu na edi ni kogina mra na ni ma mra ni di na ya hu say adi no nye obi na chinchim mra no okay. And I make a say a man for suro at a mwafo ne sin mrana ekodi because said in nipa ne ko gina mra anymore ni odi kan bisa ne say why na ekotena masem no so must it be the way
me that say onaba henkwa me that say papa let me say a very good morning to
say wakambo ni because kukuru ni jaya
kekeke so bejai me that say pa a very good morning to my director Sami Okuto and team no a womo free fete by my driver Amos and my camera guy Osei and Nelly. A very good morning to all of you. Almost CJ shout out to them pacho latex foam e mattresses nim konya papa enti to papa preko latex foam pillows ne mattress ne konya no ya afebo ye ni fretete ne mum hwe na oni obi endi dwa e social media latex foam edin mu wo showrooms ne distributor shops across the counter enti odo ani che hon ma benya papa no preko latex foam your partner for life efi na wo twetwa mu e na game park games edin kai boy bre me say memfa ntudwa ye frau Steven o last name ni dey empese ye de beka ho but we twa game park games wedi 108,000 Ghana cedis. Straight 108,000 Ghana cedis. And so number no a udi twa ye no your friend number no a yensanka ho. Enti Steven Bomodin na contact Ura Frank Owusu or director sales and operations Game Park Limited. Our number is 0555 930300 0555 930300 na wonso so wakra de no yemfa emma sika 108,000 sika ebi wompa Steven Bomodin na Kiben Game Park for now into me and count Sikano. Nana Jantwa the General Secretary of the Convention People's Party. Nana and so at Sansi. Nana ni
Minion
Martin.
Ye Janet saying.
And Yamiadum, I want to know. So by Wafa Constitution or Wishimwa.
Some no, you want to fire by Drew has said. What does it? Yeah, plunging to the Minia Kana. Yeah, Mrs. Medemano to Mokaka. Sure. And no pay me den chiabema we tea for ne wahwe for Facebook me den chiabema me CPP for empenyifo ni nyina me den chiama Ghana for na me den chiama me nua bema ai honorable ena me nua bema so
not akunya no so me
bo say fast I buy what them so what protocols na say ono aso the constitution na fa me nua tete okay open colors so to say me blue orange green purple
direct colors
ne tade the grammar o so o ka so be brem dai ni bi nso eja yes me opposition ti eja wa na asema make na ne no so brem dai ni yes me opposition ti am rembi
oh Uvi.
It's mini I don't know. Mini ni free man ponting.
Okay.
You see, Mefa Constitution, appointment of justices of superior courts and chairmen and other members of the Chief Justice shall be appointed by the President. I hope NMDBC. For Council of State, their consultation, their cancer, approval by Parliament. The other Supreme Court justices shall be appointed by the President, acting on the advice of the Judicial Council in consultation with the Council of States and with the approval of Parliament. Justice of the Court of Appeal and of the High Court and chairman of regional tribunals shall be appointed by the President, acting on the advice of the Judicial Council Ultimately, going on and on and on and on. Justice of the superior courts and chairman of regional tribunals shall be appointed by warrant under the hand of the president and sealed by the presidential seal. What do I say? The president. Your constitution nema president ne power too much. O man the power do so or the be appoint. Minka president back up. Intino the way I politics netian. So when your president will feel it say Ghana first, but or feel it say my party before Ghana. He is inclined say obe fankro for onimom. Besides, consultation with Council of State. The appointment of Council of State here by the president. Ever since a Council of State by a president now government no what power no nipa or your chairman no or you're very close to that party. In consultation no why na omo be fa no. Inti ade no the moment SSC must sign a constitution. The powers of the president, people for the can even in our manifesto you can say the justices of the courts no should be appointed by the Judicial Council. Ultimately, and with the Supreme Court, the lower court, the higher court of the superior court no should be appointed by a conclave of their own peers, taking into consideration the senior most or ye penny as in rank. Na Judicial Council aye den approving na eco parliament. Na it's so best swear before a president or best swear before the Speaker of Parliament because it's assumed the said a parliament ye Ghana. It's a original parliament now swear an oath of office. I would also who shy am a Ghana for because 275 constituencies in Ghana. Ultimately, in that case, now nipa na warban or nimsen allegiance na Ghana for and yet president. But so ko shy wa president anymore. By all means, no, there come an allegiance a president. Until there's a president now appointed there. Often the same crop for my boano no. Cronyism, nepotism, woman or ye ding. Woman or that woman said, dear Juma Asha. If you home pass or president no or power muria. Maybe not joining yan say or mobile by any bidding. But nipa ye nipa. Obi over exuberance so feel say obi appointing into so pe bibi amaseda no. It should be done on merit. Ultimately, it should be done on merit. Say nipa no wetimi aye adwuma oya ade. This impression amana base se wunye close to the president and wunye MPP ni wunya judicial position no hard because the one of the bodies say independent no is the judiciary because nipa be jina judge anim TPP for ye jina judge anim MPP for jina judge anim NDC for judge anim ultimately say the inflation and can NDC for nkwan and can MPP for nkwan and can CPP for nkwan and can GCPP for nkwan e kan obia wunya asema wujina judge him. Intino, we need to be careful in qualify do mo ekoho. And no accept the appointment by the president, but parliament so no obi biara ye be appoint ni bia no ko parliament anim. And it is assumed that say wo no say ye do eko parliament anima your neutrality should show. It is a parliament in him say nkrofo ebi wo hwa omukuta party cards ada na mo pass e because you see when president appoints the authority to make onipa kwanu to walk into the position no parliament president bet me appoint here we or appoint we ahwan obuka say obi ti second of reata everybody thought the parliament be failing but at the end of the day o man failing no they say economy na ye say ya say blame parliament me no be ma iti ha one can check considerations one hwe say obi appointing say nipa no or your friend is saying tainted with the party color or your CPP ni or your NDC ni or your MPP ni known then ya omutimi pass until see ya pass 8 minutes a court judges high court, appeals court, supreme, all together the judiciary at the arm a year adjudication na what I say nature say what role did you play? What role the parliament player? First parliament the NDC or MPP or majority. The second parliament yenchem sign na second parliament are approve 137 138 137 but your 38 in the frame 138 8 in the one
independent person
why somehow we can independent what's now my
issue is we have to make this thing clear to Ghanaians. We have to make this thing clear to Ghanaians. At a point in time Satama the Supreme Court judge issue whole central papa no nearby na yenu akwisi no nkan because na say me
okay we are now
Supreme Court me clear it's popular vote any there say ba on appointments any certain
popular vote okay
popular vote okay and ten be on number no outweigh
okay
this say be in case of say adwa safu mu amma enum ne ya enya kwan a yedi eti
honorable
so yes we were vehemently against some of them we went into votes and they won.
You see, honorable, the point is that media be an me pentro you more handsad into some mu cooks our committee betting na mo timin can see PC empene
committee level promote waba
mo timin can see MP
we vote at the what happens at committee level is that assembly plenary they refer to the committee, so the committee will go and sit on the issue. Both sides no say committee ba na omuka so unanimous at committee level ya approve ni pana plenary ya inshada and dwell on it, but where you what dissenting views at the committee level no eba plenary na fe ya bobo hu asi aginaye ewo hu. And I can tell you say one of the judges kan nyap one kra man this is central region. There was somebody in the issue who judge ya freeway me no issues were before the committee and the bar plenary nina
this argument I did told you say no we are party asemo what I say say nipa no party color obe unya other issues it is for any reason say munim say nipa no party color say mutimi gina so. Not even on the floor of the house, more argue vehemently, my Ghana for tea. So, almost tennis, ya ho shimpa, Ghana for him said, Nippon or party color. Now, more crumble, more can't say, Tien and Crawford and tea. What am I say? I mean, who establishes area where we sometimes, yeah, teacher near one that say, and then a near money be a while, it's me fem. So, which me, my no yet ding our one. Emma were near ding our home. Now what can say ye nim say ABCD okuta party color. What you say into near filter onion neutral in a year fairness administration of justice which neutrality ye key a very key. So okuta party color nessa okoko tena wa by all means no you be influenced na asame say that one necessary can untimi nka me colleague na me na wo PURC na obey judge if anything Anochi Jima very straightforward astute person Anochi Jima you great obi frɛ me ka na unim see a transfer no because of opuni case na am say me dey me evidence to that, but if that is true it is enye otima say but me nim obi na frɛ me na ka chem no unim see a transfer unu abema because of opuni na am say what then Anochi de me kwa me ka tell me wo PURC ano osi wo ko me ka chen say manenko ene chi o ka chen me say wo ko bench na me say okay nti o start as a magistrate or baby na o dey abedru ha very straightforward person o ti dey meche nti if there's any inclination say your judiciary no politics ewura ma ebe ha adwen because no one of the places say Timmy is sane without political influence, because about to occur near the court to say woman feel say yes see woman who say there is a political layer problematic. It even borders on the national security of the nation. Moi see
but Nana Masembisa no be say kwan be na ebetimi afa, for instance, one institution like the Judicial Service Council to help create balance here. So we can see our judicial system as neutral.
Yes.
How can we do that?
As I see it, me amend the constitution.
Okay.
What's the matter? Appointing as I see it, me amend, but president or now appointing EC. It's not right. It doesn't matter which president. The Electoral Commission, the position should be advertised in the newspapers for people to apply, qualify people, go through the
president now appointed IGP.
On appointed IGP, on appointed a CDS. No way. You see, we should look at it. CDS ne IGP no kwa the national security issues. Inti president be no bepa so ho. Especially with the kind of environment I will more Africa han. But bibi to say judiciary and national security. Okay, as President Kufuor appointed your friend is saying the brother as defense minister.
Yeah.
Dr. Adom
Kufuor, yeah.
Good. At that time, na Ghana and Sheda nye because you're free a revolution mu ya buy but still no. And make I say those days me bisa no say na ye den no timi yes enye nepotism oka James na ya say unua beyo na ma ebi beka. At this time I need a trusted person to be there. Also the yeah. So every assistant confoka say oh yeah ma yes of course there should be some form of your friend is saying fairness. A bit to say damn parody say we tie papa yin say me a work kenya. Because also feel say no the time aso. I was some MPP. And I am farmer near the
Madam Parade. Yeah.
Ayawudie. Into when you mean an SSC Timmy Emma you go through even though the president obey your cry, see him go to a certain process.
Okay.
Lay down procedure be a woho. But judicial council no can have a role by amend this portion of the constitution. So that's sad there because and they say uka judiciary na sema no be aboegu. And must have confidence na Ghana for what would judiciary no maybe these people who are there and go for maybe they are competent.
Okay.
But because the same say maybe they are politically tainted, problematic.
Nana ya jantwa mame enda wase ende ubetimi atua o property rate abe for kwan so enti Ghana Revenue Authority said me wasutre say opese otua property rate eno so boa o man nchekire no a okọ portal.myassembly.gov.gh portal.myassembly.gov.gh na watua o property rate kama enti shanenso say property rate no so mra hye say utua enti oko portal.myassembly.gov.gh na watua kama Tishanen so sama maybe be charge you for 0302 756 820 and 0549 986 968 na also so wetu ya kama Vodafone the fixed broadband offer be the aba na near new customers are more ebeto broadband plan for 1 month no munya 50% discount bonus data 50% bonus data enti shanenso so and utia 3-month subscription in advance and also unya 50% bonus data plus free installation enti shanenso na fa ho ehemu ebi we Vodafone FBB acquisition offer and also betimi dial star 900 hash and after 050 5555 111 0505555 111 and also so call my Vodafone app no so ni na no betimi enya enchiremu na afasa kwan ya no so na afi so wetimi ato fixed broadband Vodafone further together Govi
Yes, sir.
I'm Brown Sway.
Major Subibia. Na me fan chia strong consumer ma no atifo. And near my back community, my main and free hotel. Eddie Kine, Western Region, the Regional Education Director. The idea be about, I think, say, see a shena is scaling it up. Oko region no more, or share secondary schools a hodo or na. Say, na schools no one says pa. She say, what they are bar. On this school for na can boom schools once are sitting in our starting in full. I think say say school for I don't know the details of it, but what she said they say every student spends about 20 minutes.
Oh mokodo.
I don't know.
School for no edo.
How is it child labor?
The produce that comes out of whatever they do.
No, and a by boss no. I've tried searching. Yeah. I mean, but me share them who story no.
This was a practice in the past.
So
why are we bringing it? Yeah, what primary school near the
why do you sit here and define child labor? You can't say child labor any day. Why they define a child labor now?
Why they define say we are planning to
Adwuma ne de hin. Adwuma ne de hin. That's so you ask questions. You don't just sit here and say child labor. You ask questions. So you Sabe and Krani school no. No, please.
Honorable
what I'm even saying is say adwuma adwene na ma me ne de aba ne ya adwene pa. Obi de adwene pa ba. We can even go into the details. What I say to see how you can even refine the policy to make it better. But the bottom line is I do not the abane ya adwene pa. Say asase da ho a sebe yemfa nye hwe no yemfa nye fu. Now I am not sitting here say me na me expert of the policy. So yenhwe kwan a offer so aye no. Ba me nyi ni say sebe o enua na ne ade na sisi wa nkra na be kwa kotutu. They have ways and innovative ways they can do it. Other in Krawo school mono, don't they spend their time doing other things? It is Accra, school, no spend 20 minutes of his or her time at the bois planting seedlings and abibia. What is child labor about it? Child labor. What is child labor about it?
I'm a teacher by profession. I rose through the ranks. I got to Director 1 before I became a member of parliament. Me call primary school. Your teachers to me kwaji obiafu. Okay? Normally, it was a comment in passing. Where you are coming from, you are here. You are the very person here saying, say, at least, Senkulani spending 2 minutes or 20 minutes of their time. Normally, quiet planting. I'm saying, Nkulani, their contact hours, no? Almost the contact hours in their quiet planting. This was something that the schools were doing in the past. I will not sit here and allow him to do that. Oh, what am I doing? And crowd school, there were contact hours and crowd boarding students. They have free time. Untimi me can tell me say Accra is 20 minutes. By all means, that 20 minutes is the 11-hour contact hours now. Or this year. And the hours so let's find the details. But you don't come
no, but Kofi, you brought this issue up, so we should get.
I shouldn't comment. I'm not.
Asama me de buy OTT. Asama me say penny dia diaba. Me ma dwene mu no me free say beboa. Ma metra me ka say me na aban no na institute a policy. Me can promise a regional director be na institute a policy. Enti dia me chairman me pacho. Dia wo ye no. Wo first comment how ye and say a child labor.
Exactly. By what you yourself you said.
What did I say?
You said say Nkulano even kra say the two or assassin supra 2 minutes and 20 minutes Eddie quiet planting crack. Na make say Nkulana would but what is not Charlie?
You didn't have kids who do agriculture.
Honorable, let's listen to him.
I don't have any problem.
Let's listen to him.
The entire me this comment we ban say I think say the idea say yen use assassin so we can produce food for crana consumption a good idea. Ti the me hwehwe say Adom for mo be frɛ ma me no na questions bia mo bebusa mabusa But so be the adwene pa ba na ye discuss adwene na e ma ye rubbish adwene to say the odi ba na nye no nti na mo ye nsentwerefo mo hoyi mo ba frɛ no mo chichire mu bebusa de ese mo busa nyina mabusa se bibi wo ho na ye consensus a mabusa ananya sa na ti nti se me de bibi say to dwa na say rubbish no.
I don't think so, honorable. Not all rubbish.
The first comment you made was that it's child labor.
This is not a new idea in the system. Go to the records. Mpensenpensenmu. Senior high school in the past. Our headmaster was the first headmaster in this country. And not these students no juma or poultry X no omo di feeding kula abro omo do abro omo di feeding kula no. And America said, look at the current system aye woman. Ye mame me ba wala boni ha ya me am ye fun ba o wala boni ha akula no ko school a omo nru 2 months 3 months yes ya makwan oba fia obetena fie be over 3 months as say u koye top up e de makula no enti kula no kura as they are on campus there no omo contact hours no kura enso omo.
Okay,
so why do you bring this thing in?
Find the underpinning on baby or the assembly could do or they can ba be say free SHS and crying enough contact
free SHS
and another free SHS now can what you said is free SHS now me akra who bet na be catch them say please yan cry how who bet na be catch them say planning your 2 months with school near there you are referencing the free SHS new policy or Modiaba
Kofi can we if you are done with Western region
what I'm saying is that it's a good thing. Let's call the lady. Let's discuss it and let's see how and see that no you bet me I make you very good use of it.
Okay.
No, I'm just advising. Not advising, suggesting. Yes, advocacy. We not bro. I thought you quickly.
Yeah.
Public officers, public workers. National Insurance Authority. A special arrangement, ma'am. Because thereby and say about 260,000 public servants in Ghana card.
Oche national identification
card.
Okay. Okay, National Insurance Authority.
Sorry. National identification.
Yes.
260,000 in Ghana card. Don't say ya the mrabi bar. I think say by the close of the year or so, unkuta Ghana card. Yentimi verify wo entry awka. Inti aban no yen hyehyɛ bia ne arrangement bia say obia ese on saka Ghana card on sabeka NIA ABA 10-day arrangement for public servants. So wa unni bi no konekoye enipa 260,000 86 penny show up 86 to make we can say abisi say daachi bi ekoduru baabi na say saade we baby wa obi be ba be ka kire o say e na aban na nka nkire e na enim e na ye say won saade na de bi esi no enti me pa cho say NIA any controller eye bibia controller engages these people already. NIA will write letters and to the various public service commission etc. It will not just be apart from that, so we issue public statements, newspaper statements, etc. Sabi NIA intimini controller any public service commission ye bibi na NIA intina ono kwa office nye. There's enough education, people didn't show up. 86 people out of 260,000. Now, yemra yasema ye kanaso. You see, nanse mi hu ade bi na me ye a quick analogy the amount. Ade a me hu ye no. Wa hu port fees ne ade a yetua no. Ena obi a list all the charges a you car ye charge on no listing. Ena ode kwa abontin say wa hu charges a kufuado e charge o port. Adenti no yesa because opeso can be no de to nipa adwene mu say ekufuado bae no ena saade we ye den e bae. But obia wedi Ghana port echi akra nema efri abrochira banim say sa charges na was no about 90 to 95% of the charges ni nyina ya de a ewo ho dada ye nyina 50
10 minutes ya na
make me point. I'll make my point. Me make point. Me we are betimase. Obia nim say sa or how way or how eda Ghana so. Da. Ena ye try see ebeko. But obia kofa list no edenam create the impression say aban we mre so. Ena sa de ne bai. Say bi pepepe na President Mahama on say wagina simpie so create the impression say o man we mu. Enei ena aban bi bae ena ono aba appointee kofo bi na Ghana Judicial Service so perfect and our no time and the NDC time and a BBI okay and a Kufuado baye and a Kufuado abese Ghana Judicial. That is the point I am making to you. It is their stock in trade. What highway same training nana ya sabi yamfa bibi antonchen ye ka Ghana amanyo semo a wonimu abakosem dan no bi betena ha beka kire yen se ene obi kokota osuro judge esine emra ene na wo be hu sa de we sa wo ya nokwafo a wo ya nokwafo ene na wo be hu se what no kre na watena haka e de no kre na wo watena haka ada na ma men kasa
Kofi, you're on the floor.
What betena kasa for how long?
You're on the floor, Kofi Tonto.
Ene na mi busa say ene ye be hu the challenges with our judicial system. Ene ye be hu or how e we judicial system. Na obia betena ha asha tare abi create the impression they are to Ghana for nyina tribu say ene na Ghana so obi kokota osuro judges esenembra. You see yeah analysis boni bia ni hu say we be raise challenges boni bia ni hu say or how bi o ha obeka ba obetena ha eye ho takra wo gym eye ho say wo de wo ye obofotenene na wo de wo mre so Ghana nyina ye amanyosem ye court sam ni ade nyina eye krogin or how bia ni ho e na obi ba ye no abesei no na wo ni Ghana for eni ni ye ana ya ade a wo ye wo han ni watwe ye nyina dwunesi bibi so say Ghana ye omra wo ene ye won hihye so mampanyi Akufo-Addo mpo ene be appointing ni pana ye wo process ayeden efam moti hobi muti mu kire madwene we refi say NDC fo na be ka kire ye say omunkofo ni be traitors refi omo colleague e wo parliament tro ye say omuti ho no omo abi traitors refi ade na didi bae de de bae ne say mo ankasa no me say de de bae ne say mo ankasa. Oh please,
we are talking about the judiciary.
Say una person kasa mame
no say who the bibi ba na
Kofi
obi kasa o building the point when you na so de me kire won say one kasa mo a mote parliament wa mo ye minority no mo ankasa mo trust mo ho for Ghana for to trust your judgment say wo na wo be check it the executive because nana ya asemo kan say omampanyi appointee wi a mo nso mo wasodie say mo be hwe say nipa no oyetene ni mo ne nya adwene mpo na say mo ya minority na say popular vote ntimi we ne a ye wo other forms a mo be ma Ghana fo hu so nam say mo amonyim hu ni nam ye traitors nti oh omo na kan now they said it
Kofi
what words did I use the word traitor on them?
My brother,
who used the word traitor on them?
Kofi
so obi ba catch say omampanyi at the judiciary ashe ni bottom at the yard your power. What is more dangerous than that? Can I talk?
I'll come back to you. Honorable, I'll come back to you.
Please. We are talking about a party. Your party has a history. You had the time to do the worst you had to do, and you did it.
We have to do.
What better? You see, Ghana Haiti. There's so many new and they say, "Anya shimpo." Say, "O my way, nye perfect." Ye mram pa ye say, "Anya perfect impo no." CJ yenim say, "Kakran mrani ye adwuma." There's so many new utimi ye adwuma ne say, so be fom wa onim se obetimi de akọ police ho e de akọ assembly bia eno na so yen democracy ni mo pacho what you say
me too
enti so obi betena ha e be create the impression say ye democracy no asaya ma ye judiciary ni show bi bottom na namre mu atentini ni bia ni we Ghana judiciary because ni nyina hye kufu ado bottom. What is more dangerous than that? E bia won twen wadwen si ho de kire ne say e kina so obi bebo wasomu a wo be fa sekan na de atwa no because wonni atentini ni fo ni I not in this but what you say wonni wo munni enti you can raise issues but to do a blanket analysis say ya kama mu nyina hye botom na ne obi kokko tumpa oni gidie bio enso mu mre so ne eche sebe churches fo bi ne niam bi but me pese me ko enti me nia ye mre so na omochi judges na mo me bacho now no masama e dey na NDC
issue ben
NDC time and NDC time na announce here in the videos on video yeah che omo on video say omo ye enema bi and yes arrested them as in
I mean they expose
any political inclination
as some American
it is about their individual conduct. We are
Masa, now the wabet na ha wakasa obi akasa I sat here man kasa
o time na yaso
metam na yaso ni kasa for 20 plus minutes
but I have given you audience honorable
audience ben na dey mama asema me ka kire woni say asodie da ye nyina ye so say you be protect your judiciary wo ye nsantwireni. It is obi betena be create the impression say Ghana yetena Ghana ha nyina judiciary are perfect.
Kofi Mpacho mami biso asem. I've just been thinking around something. Say, can we get to a point as a nation they cap we see the number of judges a sitting president bit me appointed. I don't know.
I know the constitution. So person cap you can do that here. The constitution is
because an apena me share if he omampani kufuor time judges are the sitting president are appointed na me dey
you know we tainted now with particulars.
But how do you even determine say
you say we should
Messi and answer benting a politically tainted
so now was in a chairman be a high court judge
I would like to
obi betimi abetena
apani di ni nickname your friend Pasolo that's the nickname nim edin like ni din but nickname in the annals of this
Maza
okay
he was a constituency chairman in the East
honorable me that say
Jum and a MP wo betimi afra chuma bi say say ne pass chairman constituency chairman your friend say and I dey adwuma na oye
okay me that say honorable
Kofi mama pensu ye boy.
You know why I will not indulge you. I will not indulge you. If we say si ekase ye kotena ho e de microscope afa judge bia ye appointing no president bia mreso. I am telling you say niema ye be ho no. Enti say wo betimi bebo nipa ba ko mienu bi din a no nkire say wo mreso na ye krogen. All it takes and see a better say near for judge bia president Mills appointee here judge bia president Rollins appointee here judge bia president Mahama appointee here near go through and then we will have a thorough and fair analysis now better ha boni pa ba ku mienu bi dia wo se na say CJ medima no si no questioner and also na ya atwen ya adwene si so ba bia wen ene say simple ye chichire oman na ye kɔ n'anim a na ye si obi aye mfunso a okay so we say empo ya nyi ntumu conversation and na Akufo Addo aba and wa appoint obi a na also wo ye political appointment adenti na ye to aba ma omampanyin foforo say bia ba bia ye wo no enye bepeja ye mfiri ho. Is the solution they say President Mahama beka kire ye say ade a me se anya no me ba be dobo no What you say? Adia me see enye no. President Mahama kan kyerɛ say me ba kwan we na mefa so a efiri na ekwa ye kɔ yanim no. Na ya tie ha o because at least anya hwe kra no de we neutral arbiter. De ye hwehwɛ ne san ka bia MPP fo apake court no. Enti media me ba ekwan a me befa so a ye kɔ yanim no saa de ne be firi ho ni. Wo be ka kyerɛ me say wo de enye saa de ne na be yi afiri ho. Wo de wo ba be yama na broso. Enti NDC for lawyers enkono mu nso nkoye ready. Na wo ba wo be yama na broso. Na ne ye koye anase ye bai. Enti CJ sa samba na ye discuss ya. May I discussing the trada sao? What is the end interest for the Ghanaian? Is it the interest for Ghanaians in say President Mahama the NDC for beba be gusu biana? Eno ne beboa me ne umienu.
Okay. Govi.
So let's ask President Mahama that question. Say adia ni nya kwan be na obefa so asolve.
Okay. Govi Ando. Me da say. Me da say. It's 10:14. Yeah, wrap up 10:30. Yeah, wrap up 10:30. Honorable, I'll give you 2 minutes.
Many problem. Many problem. I say nkomo a yedi. Say na me nua NDA. Oman ne nkanko ni yedi. E ho nkomo ni yedi na no payo. Yeah, constitution as it stands now. Eyo mampanyin na said yes say or appoint Supreme Court judges, High Court judges, Appeal Court judges. We are not against that. But it's a prerogative. Prerogative no yeah exercise here. We shouldn't exercise the prerogative in a whimsical and a capricious manner. This is what we are saying. Prerogative a president there. Is it the first time aban biaba or appointed judges ana? Judges are appointed or da ben ya hu say aban a president appointed judges. Now hula balu afa hu so nipa ya appointed no or you say. O man penyin Kufo be appointed bi. O man penyin Atamos e be appointed bi. O man penyin John Dramani Mahama e be appointed bi. Nana Akufo-Addo e be appointed. Even the ceiling we are talking about is not what is my concern here. But I'm talking about the personnels na ye di omo eko. No. What are their inclinations? Here, Jantaba, ye 2 executive gu, ye 2 parliament gu. But judiciary ni there always remaining intact. Adentia. So say yes S0 eno edibeka executive ni legislature no ho a. Ebe wie na bibia ayebasa. Eno nana udi kankan no say bio say ya lose confidence in all the 3 arms of government na. Judiciary need there. It's a confidence no.
Yes.
And this is what we are talking about. Say nipa lose confidence in the judiciary. They will take the law into their own hands and do whatever they. People will act with impunity. So we shouldn't be here and think say politics. I'm not here based on politics. Me buy my bubu say aban we buy. Look at the number we appointed, and the number even doesn't concern me. Number no. Let's look at the quality of the number. We are not even criticizing their competency. We are talking about inclination because we are so competent. Said there, you are human. The biases are there, likely to come. I know be nama Dr. Opunishu actually we. Many ba kraka said the judge in question no onim no and know the sort of person or tie. Why na fair trial? Why na fair trial? Say yemfa unko court to that. Ye kika nsem say ya. You wouldn't know what is there. Ye do gina adaka no mu. Ubon say we are seeing na. I limited. Enti ade be determine something that can make you and unmake you. When we are talking about it, we have to talk with seriousness. Why will you appoint my political opponent to think that my political opponent should adjudicate on my issues? Make it kind my bobby me metra hanye mbem kansem gum framamu asem bia maka with evidence. John Dramani Mahama ni judges are or appoint yomu, their names are there. Papai Puaman, JC Puaman, and the other one, what is even So no crowd were free mo. No can na one other person. Or appoint you mo what is say will be a raise concern about their political.
Yeah, some okay man for Sao. Yeah.
What appoint you mo no what is say? Gay Kufo ne Faduchi. And look at it. 2012 election petition by. Look at the judgment that came. Atuguba did the judgment by. We had judges in this country who came with the dissenting views. Justice Apade no kan. And that dear by a dear near who unanimous. And these are the things we are talking about. And this judicial no now you lose confidence about judicial. Nobody, I am not talking about that. I'm talking about the confidence. As a man for any system.
What was the evidence adduced in one case versus the evidence adduced in another? Court say yentu obi aban Yabusa say fa evidence bra we see we need.
Yeah, no BC when we get to the brief, you know how to process.
Me
legitimate questions were asked.
Yabusa say fa evidence bra we see we need. Ama enipa wodi asem no court. Aba betena abontin say
you and I were not there. Was that an evidence?
In 2012.
Nipa
enka mame kona na ya we na nka mifina na ya ho na ya bibi okay we dey koso
the person is on record say court mpo mo koy no mo ni adanse say edun ketia on record say court no mo koy no mo ni adanse na wo court na wo ni adanse na ebutia wa you come and sit here and compare it to baby a obi koy a odi adanse koy and no na ye nyina so say obi court ye political court
Nepal or coalitive result. What prevented
lastly
testify about
MP abetna hay
there was a way of protecting
MP betna hay
from coming to speak on
MP betna hay wakasa kasa takra wojem anadwuma nasem ena oman no ye be ye oman ni here ena ye be ye oman ni here eni kwanse ye say eni kwanse ma judges here political tainted o kan ni nyina wie wantimi ama a single solution as to how NDC bar omo ma ye court enye politically tainted nemom di owie ya okasi su ne say woni president Mahama ya adwene say ono so ba onfa NDC lawyers judges meguso woni solution e bua Ghana de wo ne say wo se wo ba wo the NDC so don't sit here and say o Ghana ye don't sit here and say so Ghana ye don't sit here and say so Ghana.
Have you even condemned
the moral judgment?
Do you also have the moral right to condemn what is happening today?
What is right and
let's all of us condemn. You are here supporting it and you think that Membeka say
what are you saying? But I quickly want to go through the number of the list of judges. Na afi 1125. Na unya saying
11-4 from 2018 to now. It's Excellency Anado Dankwa appointed 11 judges.
Okay.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama 2015 were appointed 2. And His Excellency Kufo also appointed 5.
Yes.
Notable among President
Kufo the Justice Ani Yeboah, Julius Sansa, Jones Maulom Doche, Paul Bafuboni.
Notable.
You see this analysis. For example, Akufo-Addo buy.
But where we would deal?
No. Kofi. Are you questioning the list? Are you questioning the list?
Can I talk? 11. Can I talk?
But you can't talk. You can't talk enough.
Kofi. Let's respect the other panel members.
What's the Wakasa? Because 11 we 11 Pachofa Komano. 11 judges to the Supreme Court.
So High Court.
Yankash, we are looking at the face of the evidence. That's all. Is the data available?
Yeah, Nana. Go for me send it before the BBM.
The point is argument be a way biano. There is
yes, 11.
How many Supreme Court judges and our retirement? How how many Supreme Court justices and our retirement before the buy?
I 3 pay.
It is Obiba. Now Obi let's take for
okay, the enter training free.
When it comes to Supreme Court justices, they leave the bench when they go on retirement.
The argument in our way as well. And then say Rebecca's time His Excellency and before how many went on retirement? When His Excellency John Mahama, how many went on retirement?
And how many did they appoint?
So we'll do that research. So
okay, yeah, but for now, Kofi, please. Allow
11 and then there was CJ. On the face of the evidence, the data is there.
Yes.
CJ the point is Obianka so
gentlemen.
We are talking about the whimsical.
Honorable Henkwa, please. Please. Nanaya.
CJ asema can. I mean, you see, we shouldn't go this tangent. There is a problem that has to be addressed.
Yes.
Obi biara onya. Oh.
Who decide that problem?
No, onya Ghana you on kasa.
What are you saying? He has anything
Gentlemen,
you are Ghanaian, is equally a Ghanaian. So he has every right to comment on what are you saying? What are you saying?
My dear, the point is that
we made him a president.
It is a Ghana. Are there any freedom of speech, Anna?
Allow. Meka, Kofi, please be fair to me, please.
The point is that there's a source document idea appointments, and that source document is the Constitution. In the CJ, and we are so be any loophole, obey. What am I saying? The Constitution is not even categorical on the fact that they didn't even talk about the neutrality. A very key, the neutrality of the judges. So that if there is any evidence to say we a political person untimi enyeden be appointed to a certain position in the judiciary. Because with the loophole by all means obi be den obi be rem. What did they meet you?
Yeah.
Besides, no. Obi abetimi akanadwen. This is not the first time Ankofo are making those comments. But the point is that a dear Ben and my president no kwan manitimi a yes hadien. The Constitution has allowed it. And Parliament also more vigilant to know, say, and now to let the person show. Because if you have evidence, so Obi a party person or you're active. Let's say a bye pointing now. You need to be able to stand up and say this one it will not work. But the issue is that as it stands today, I am said there is a vast between the judiciary, the executive. As you said, the judiciary and the executive are fine, but Parliament, as you saw at Parliament had a good relationship with the executive. Well, some of these things, even Parliament can advise behind the scenes, say, oh, where then how you say So I think we need to go back for the executive to be close. But me before me end, I have a health issue. I'm person I can't want to be in a near free so. CJ, and then kolan kete pie in your kidney disease. 16 years. Oh, the mommy we 16 years. 14 years. I know people who
kidney.
Are, yes,
16, 14.
Yes, for you so name. 16, 17 years, 18. Many doctor because I was in university no. The way areho. So I am saying that something has to be done about it. These concoctions are all me. If truly it is concoctions na. And concoctions. There should be a research on what is going on. Because if we are not careful, we are losing our human resource at a young age. And so your friend is saying treatment now more no. And yet easy, it's very expensive. And I think government should come in and resource some of these hospitals. For instance, UGMC, they have only 2 dialysis machines. In Kolano, they can't even go there to access it. And there are some private centers also, they are so expensive. You say, in Kofoni Bebre, ain't me and access it. But my biggest worry are the young ones. 16 years. many doc osi nkola ade we na ye nkola empanyimfo yare but so what he has say I can maybe full says of no interest too but maybe you don't know when it will come to your doorstep. Because many doctors and nurses are very worried.
Now I'm saying what boss watching me immediately I'll pick it up.
Yes.
Now Ochina we have a broader conversation on this on the show. Let
me feel that Ghana Health Service should start doing some research on it. To find out what is food and drugs board. Yes. They should because in
a whole lot of products and they buy into
yes.
Your
friend is saying FDA approved.
FDA approved.
And in the panel corner, you say FDA approved that.
And you see internet no so Niema was so who is regulating the system? Yes.
Yeah, man for a ton online
yes. No, I mean seriously, I think we are very real.
I'll
and I mean, if the government is also on Shana UGMC, dialysis center, no, they should resource them. 2 machines and almost for a cohon. Me, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Me, I have come in contact with Nkolebia, Madam for Dr. Nintino. So I believe we say as a self government in any hospital be say no, because almost your mobile to 17 machines. Meanwhile, am I 2 machines for that kind of a hospital? It will not help. And a binum so crampo free, so and they are taking all manner aggravating their problem. All manner of herbs. So there is a need for the Ghana Health Service to look at this and the food and drugs.
Papa Nanaya Jantwa of the CPP, Kufitonto of the MPP, and Honorable Ahinkwa of the NDC. Maninda Masi, Mobra, Munya Ede Bay, and Yami Admoch, and I bet so. Yes, sorry.